Caro, welcome to Africa. I know you like it. KY's my things, I know you do.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we will be doing a review on the Huda Beauty Full Filter Foundation. So if you want to see how I do my whole shade match and if it is Oily Girl approved, then please keep on watching. So as you know, today we're going to be reviewing the Huda Beauty Foundation. This is the Full Filter Foundation. It has 35 milliliters in one bottle and it is $40. So I picked up two shades because it was really hard for me to find out what shade I was, seeing as you can't, well, I couldn't buy this foundation in store. I know in some select cities you can go to the store and shade match and buy it, but in Maryland I could not find this foundation in the store. It launched on October 13th, and at first I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait until a YouTuber who is the same shade as me does a review so that I can figure out what my shade is, because I really didn't want to buy two, but I couldn't find anyone who, you know, was my shade. I thought that was kind of strange. If you guys are waiting to see what your shade is, I'm so happy that I'm able to help you with that. It comes in this beautiful packaging. Now it feels very lightweight. When you open it, this is how the bottle looks. It's a hard plastic, but it is very like light. So I guess I like that. So it's easy to travel with. There is a pump. Very good. There is an ombre going down the bottle right here. So the bottle is frosted, so you can't really see the true color on the inside. But yeah, I got the shades Coffee Bean, which is 530R, and Koko, which is 510R. So I know that 550 is the darkest shade in red undertones. Then there's the 540, that's golden. Then there's 530 red, and then there's 520 golden, and then there's 510 red. So I chose the ones that had a red undertone because I have a red undertone. I didn't even want to fight up with the golden. So that's why I got 510 and 530. So I'm gonna swatch them on my skin. The bottle is like this. Gotta pump it. I don't want too much to come out, right? So this is 530 that I'm about to swatch. So that is 530. This is a very thick foundation. Actually, let me read what it says.
Using a pump or less, apply foundation evenly all over the face with a dense brush or beauty sponge. For best application, pair with the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base.
And I actually did get a sample of that with my foundation, so I'm gonna be trying it. This color is actually looking pretty good. Now this foundation is not watery at all. I have it on my hand right here. Do you see? It's just stain put. So this is 510. Let's put it right here. So I think that 510 is definitely too light for me. If you guys could see, possibly it could be a winter shade. Possibly. Maybe I could even use it to highlight under my eyes. I'm just gonna moisturize my skin with this Erno Laszlo Lighten and Illuminating Skin Brilliance White Marble Translucent Cream. I absolutely love this stuff. This is so like mattifying. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Then we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. Ooh, this is really thick. It does feel like it has some silicone in it, but it smells good too. Oh, and that's another thing. The Huda Beauty Foundation has a fragrant smell. I don't know how I really feel about that just yet, because I do like skincare that has fragrance, but some smells could really make me nauseous. So I'm hoping that this foundation does not make me nauseous, because I would be really, really annoyed at that. Yeah, because I want to love it, right? So I don't want anything to spoil my experience. I am just gonna do one pump of 530, which is Coffee Bean, and I'm going in with my beauty blender. Now Huda Beauty also came up with a brush for this foundation, but I did not pick that up because I got all the brushes I need in my collection. This foundation is also full coverage. You could even cover tattoos with this. So I thought that that was very impressive. I heard that it also keeps you matte. So we want to see if it is oily girl approved. I am like dying to see. And guys, that is just covering my face amazingly. Wow. That was one pump that did most of my face. So I just need a little bit more to do my forehead. And I am thinking that the color match is also really good, right? Look at my neck. Yes, okay, all right, Huda. So the smell is not overbearing. It smells pretty good actually. So I put a little bit more so I could do my forehead. You know I'm always looking for a good foundation that could cover the hyperpigmentation on my forehead. Always looking for the good. So I think I did good, guys. Like, even though I struggled a bit, like wondering what my shade was, I was able to match it. Hey, yeah, I really thought that 510 was talking to me, but it wasn't. It wasn't talking to me at all. It was playing with me. 530 is definitely my shade. Oh, yes. It's like just the right amount of red. My skin is looking airbrushed. I'm like looking at my monitor, looking in my mirror. I'm sold. Now we just need to see if this is gonna keep us matte. And don't worry, I'm gonna use it with my Benefit Matte Rescue Primer and see if it will also stay matte, because I am wary of primers, guys, and I'm not spending a set of money on primers. No, the Huda Beauty primer is $35. And let me see how much you get in it. You get 1.01 ounces. Yeah. Right, so the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue, which is my all-time fave, is $28 and you get 1.6 ounces. So, you know, I'm not going to change, right? Anywhoosie, so I'm loving how this foundation is looking. Actually, it has dried to a matte finish. I'm going to take a little bit of 510 and just put it over this to highlight. Right, and I'm just gonna blend that out with my beauty blender. Now I'm not going for like a bright highlight today. That's why I just decided to use the 510. And let's see, right? If that is giving me a good highlight, then we know it wouldn't be good for all over my face. Okay, so that is definitely brightening up the center of my face a good bit. So I honestly do not think that 510 would fit all over my face. So the scent is really not bothering me. When I pounce, I could smell it, but it kind of smells like roses. But I like it. I'm gonna be back once I finish my makeup and we will chat a little bit. Okay, so I'm liking how this foundation is looking so far. Pretty matte, feels good. Now I'm gonna wear it for about 3 hours and we're gonna do our oily girl approved test just to see if we have to blot, if we get shiny. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so it's the next day. I slept in my makeup. Don't ever do that, okay? I didn't sleep all the way through the night, but I woke up I think about 1 a.m. and I was like, oh, I need to finish my video. But I was so delirious. Like, in the past, I've done that. Like, fell asleep and just been like, okay, let me just wrap up this video. But you could tell that I was sleeping. Eyes red, like energy all the way down. So last night I was like, you know what? Let's just resume this tomorrow. So I just reapplied my makeup. I used 530 Coffee Bean once more. I didn't use 510 to highlight. I just used my Wet n Wild PhotoFocus concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa. Yeah, so I'm gonna run some errands and I will be able to do the wear test for a longer time this time. So probably like 6 hours. Right now it is 10:30 a.m. So I'm gonna check in throughout the day. Let's see how it goes. Oh, and I didn't mention before, I used the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette to create the eyeshadow look yesterday and this one today. I really do like this palette and I've been trying to use it more and more, use different shades just to see how it works. One tip I can give, which I did mention in my Diwali inspired tutorial, which you can check out right here, is that if you're using any one of these shimmer shadows, you should use a glitter glue. I used Blood Moon, Turkish Delight, and a little bit of Royal today. And whenever I try to use Celestial and Nefertiti, fallout galore. So I would you know, just for all the shimmers, I use a glitter primer by NYX, and it actually gives like a better color payoff, and you don't have all that fallout, and it just sticks to your eyes. So that would be my tip for this palette. Wetting your brush is not enough. You're still gonna get fallout. So glitter primer for all the shimmers. So yeah, I will have all the products that I used yesterday in the description box below, and I'm also gonna have the products that I used today in the description box below, just in case you were wondering. So keep on watching. Okay, so this is after 2 hours. Now my face is looking a little greasy down by my nose area here, but I'm just looking into the mirror. It doesn't look that greasy. I'm gonna use my Wowder to blot. So I know I said I would be going out. I haven't even left home yet. I am trying to just edit a quick video for my Instagram, and then I'm gonna go and run my errands. So this is my skin. This is how I'm looking. I'm a little greasy, but still cute. I'm liking it. I'm about to go into Party City. Okay, so I'm in Joann's right now. I am just preparing for Halloween. This is my face. It looks okay. My nose is a little shiny. I think that my skin looks super smooth, so I'm happy about that. A little shine, but not so much. Okay guys, so it is now 5:53. It's approximately 8 hours I've had on this foundation. This will be my last check-in. As you can see throughout the day, I did get oily on my nose and on my cheeks. I am looking still a little oily there. However, it's not Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation oily, right? So I could say that I like this foundation. I think I found the perfect match for my skin. Now, mind you, I wear 450 in Fenty Beauty, I wear Pecan in Estée Lauder Double Wear, and I wear NW50 in the MAC Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. So those are some references. I'm gonna put them down below, and even some more if I could find them, just so that you can gauge, you know, if you wear the same shade in some of those, then possibly you may wear 530R, which is Coffee Bean in the Huda Beauty Foundation. The smell, it smells really nice. It has a rose smell that when you're applying it, you can smell it, but then after, you know, it sits on your face, you can't even smell it. So I don't think it should be such a big problem. But if you have sensitive skin, it may be, because, you know, fragrance and skin doesn't really work sometimes if you do have sensitive skin. The packaging is hard plastic, and I feel like for $40, I don't know. I'm kind of torn about it, because I know people would really appreciate this because it's hard plastic and it won't break easily. But I've never had a glass foundation break for me. And, you know, the cheapest of companies have glass bottles. So I'm not really sure why she opted for the hard plastic in this. It's very, very lightweight. It kind of feels like nothing is in there. You know, if that's important to you, it's not really important to me. So, and in every package you're gonna get the primer, the makeup, what does she call it, the pre-makeup base. So it was in one of my boxes. I didn't even realize. So you get one of these in every box. Also, I cannot wait for this foundation to be in stores, because that is really the best way to get matched. Even with the Sephora Skin IQ, they didn't have Huda Beauty on it yet, so I couldn't even do it via that. I would give it a 10 for a shade match. I would give it a 7 for oil control, because it wasn't as oily as it could have been. I know that for sure, because I've been greasier than this. Alright, so in terms of price, I feel like it could be a little cheaper. Fenty Beauty is what, $32? You do get less. However, it's in a glass container. You know, I feel like, you know, I just feel like it's plastic, okay? It should be it should be a little cheaper. Again, that's just the cheap girl in me coming out. But other than that, I really, really like this Huda Beauty foundation. I'm gonna give it 4 stars out of 5. Guys, I know I'm always like giving stuff 10 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars. Like, I need to get more consistent with my starage. So I'm just gonna do it out of 5, and I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Now, I didn't mention this before, but she did launch 30 shades of foundation, which I thought was very, very good for her first launch. Also, in her face chart, she had men in her face chart. I was like, oh, that is so cool. She was also in the face chart, as you could see. I'm just gonna put it on the side right here, right? So she's in the middle there, and then she had 2 men in the face chart. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So this is the person for 5:30, and I looked at her and I was like, I think I'm a little lighter than her, but it matched. Also, I watched another YouTuber's video, and she wears 470 in Fenty, but she was wearing 530 in Huda. So I'm not too sure how that is possible, because if you're wearing 470 in Fenty, that means you're 2 shades darker than me, and then you're also wearing the same shade in Huda. I don't know, I don't have an explanation for it, but I think 530 was the best one. When it comes in stores, I'm gonna get a sample of 520, even though that's on the golden side. Let's see. You never know, maybe it might be a match, right? I would love it if you guys would follow me on my other social media platforms. It's Lit Upbeat on Instagram and on Snapchat, and Upbeat Inc. on Facebook and Twitter. And without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.